Hi everybody, welcome back to wedding week again. I don't know what day this is. Well, I don't know what day of wedding week this is, and I don't know what day of the week it is in real time either. Tuesday maybe? I don't know. Anyway, today we are making some hair jewelry. A wedding hair piece. That sounds like a wig. Just a little sparkly something to put in your hair if you're a bride. You can make it yourself for a couple of bucks instead of spending a lot of money somewhere else. So whenever I do a beading project, I like these little, what is this, a pencil case? They're from Dollar Tree. I can put everything I need in here, which is what I have right now. There's these little things also from Dollar Tree that can fit your beads. I'm going to take those out and put them right here. These are the pins we're going to be working on. They are from Offray. This is expensive. I mean, I think this is like $2 or $3 for 4 pins, but they have these little things on them where you're supposed to be able to, I guess, buy the little flowers. This is by the ribbon section in the craft department of Walmart. You're supposed to be able to buy the little flowers and like stick them on there. I just wanted them because they are big. You know what I mean? That's me putting it in somebody's hair. So we've got those. We've got our little swap outs we're going to use later. These are some enormous earrings. I got this from a beauty supply store. I'm not exactly sure why you would need 18 earrings, all the same, but I thought since this was on here, I might be able to like snip this off. I'm not gonna be able to actually attach it because I have no idea where my super glue is. Wow, that does not look like something I'd want in my ear. And you could add this to something to put a little, you know, it's just a little sparkly bit on there, but yeah, we'll see. And this is copper wire, silver plated copper wire. You can get this Hobby Lobby, maybe? I order most of my stuff from Fire Mountain Gems, or I used to. I don't do much beading because my eyes are just, you know, they're not the tea. So, yeah. 26 gauge, it's really thin. It needs to be thin because we're going to be using a lot of it wrapped on top of each other. To do this, I have 2 kinds of freshwater pearls. These are cultured freshwater pearls. This is a sort of gray, purple, bluish tone. These are larger and they're white. There's the price tag if anyone's interested. Okay, those are a little bit bigger. And these, ow, something just hit me or hurt me. These are some crystals in 3 sizes. These are glass. You can buy Swarovski if you want to. I don't know if they sell those at like Hobby Lobby. I don't think they'll sell them at like Walmart or anything. But if you're ordering online, go to firemountaingems.com. Get them from there. They have a big, a medium, and a small. I use most of the small ones. And I have down a piece of felt because things won't roll around so much because I am prone to just having everything just roll completely off the table. So what we're doing is a little hair accessory, hair piece deal. And I'm going to take the wire. And how much you use is really up to you. It's kind of like a figure it out as you go thing because you don't know how much you're going to want to use. This is probably, actually I can tell you exactly how much it is. Not exactly, but say it's like 24 inches of wire, which I realize is going to be very hard for you to see because it's a wire, but here it is. And I'm going to come in a little bit, but not too much because we know I can't stay in frame. Alright, so I'm going to start off with this is what we're aiming for right here. Something like this. It is basically just a little branching structure. Can we see that? Maybe. It goes on like a little, I mean, it kind of has like, you know, like a central vein, and then the little veins go out like a leaf. We're doing something like that, except we're going to make them in 2 different sizes. I have 2 that are this size that I've already made, and I'm going to make a bigger one. And these aren't exactly the same. They're just, you know, you don't want something exactly the same. But first, we have to start off with the big one. So I'm going to take my 24-inch piece of wire. I'm going to start off with the smallest crystals. And there one goes already. And I am not in a position to do this. We'll see. Alright, so bring that to the middle. Here's our ends. I'm just going to bring it to the middle. Pinch down about a little over 1/4 of an inch and twist the bead so you have it sticking up like that. I'm not sure that holding this up is doing anything, but there you go. Now I'm going to take another. Now we have 2 wires because we've twisted them off, so now we have 2 ends. I'm going to take another small crystal and bring it down. Pull it back some because we want this part to end up being twisted. So when we pull this back, we're going to pinch right there. I use my thumbnail because I usually have a thumbnail, and then twist the bead, point it up. Here's our one we have, and I'm always taking the wire that I've just used and just kind of pulling it towards me to know that this is the wire that I am currently working on. So let's go to the next size, because I want the crystals to be on the end, because they're the ones that are going to move a little bit, kind of catch the light. Really? Try not to have fat butterfingers. Okay. Get this down here. This doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to like measure this out or anything. It's very free-form, organic. So now both of these are coming towards me, so I know that I've worked both of them. I'm going to pull them out again, pinch down a little bit, and twist the whole thing. Just because we want some space between what we've done and what we're going to do next. Separate them again. And this time let's add another medium. Let's go into the large. We've worked both of these. Pull this back either way. Give yourself a little bit of a lead. Now I'm going to come in with another large, and I'm just picky, like I want the smaller ones at the top, and then I want some more accents before I get into the pearls. And if you are not filming this and trying to stay in frame and sitting in an uncomfortable position, this goes by really quickly. Alright, so I'm going to add my first pearl over here. And these are cultured freshwater pearls. This strand, because they're pretty big, was marked $12, but the strand was marked $12, but it was in a bag that said $3.59. So they're not very expensive. These were probably $1.99. They're not round. I don't like round pearls. I think even even actual freshwater round pearls look fake because they're just too perfect, and there's no like personality in that. Like, you can see these are all different sizes. These are like potato pearls, I kind of call them, but they're, some of them are one-sided, and these are just, I don't even know what you would call that. I like, if you're looking for pearls, I like the coins. Wait, hold on. I like the freshwater coins. They're smaller than dimes, but they're flat, really pretty. I'm gonna add another big crystal over here. They sell some crosses. You know, it's not really a cross, it's like a plus sign. Those are cool. And they sell pretty much, wait a minute now. Okay, see, this one's longer, so that means I haven't added anything to that one yet. They sell pretty much any color you can think of. I have an enormous collection of freshwater pearls because when I was making jewelry, I always went for the pearls because I love how they look. I love the way they look organic. They come in a ton of different colors. I found a whole strand of these really nice ones that I was tempted to use, but they were mint green. And I was like, that's not really my aesthetic. I don't know why I have those, but I do. And some olivey colors, which would be pretty. Right, so now I'm gonna start in with the pearls. And these are kind of pointed on one end, and I want that point to go out. So I'm gonna thread them through the round bottom here. And then you're gonna get it down, and you're gonna have to kind of bend this around the back, just because it's not round. You know, it's flat on one side, but it goes on the same way. It might just be a little, there we go, somewhat temperamental, but it'll be good. Like, see, this is a good example of a really nice round one with a point. That's a nice pearl, actually. I'm like looking at it, giving it up close now. And if you wanted to, like, I'm using just the clear crystals. They kind of have, I don't know, they're not AB, which is like Aurora Borealis, which means they don't flash back like a bunch of different colors, but they have like a little bit of a blue and pink to them, which is nice. But if you wanted to, I don't know that I would do it for the whole thing, but get this on here and then explain. Yeah, I'll come down. If you wanted to, when you get to the bottom of your sections here, you could include like a blue Swarovski or a blue glass crystal, whatever you have, for your something blue. You can also, I've made these where we did basically the same thing, but it was with Swarovskis. It was pearls and Swarovskis, and we did the bride and groom's birthstones. So, I mean, that was super cute. That's my idea. So yeah, I'm just gonna add, I think, 2 more on here. And you are definitely not limited to just beads or pearls or crystals. You can include other things like buttons from something, your grandma's wedding dress. You know, it doesn't have to be the whole thing, but it could just be a piece of it, and then, you know, you have that with you, especially if your grandmother's not around anymore. And I loved when I was making jewelry full time, I loved when brides contact me and they were like, hey, I want this specifically, like, I'm looking for something like this, but I can't find it. Can you make it for me? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I made a bunch of, I was making like full sets of jewelry, like earrings, necklaces, I think I did like a full set with a bracelet and everything one time. And to be included in somebody's wedding day like that, I love that. Okay, so I'm twisting down because I'm done with this. And this is our big piece. And we've got our little pieces. And how do I want to go about this now? Now I've got my big one, my two little ones, and just to be on the safe side, I'm going to cut another piece of wire because I want this to be longer and it's not, but this one's pretty long. Okay, no. You just need something that has a little bit of length to it because we're going to be wrapping it all around itself. So I'm going to take the long one and put the smaller one a little bit further down the stem. Can we see that where it's just, I don't want it up here, I just want it down a little bit. Hold it with your thumb and twist. And then this one's going to come down just a little bit. And you're really twisting this one around. Yeah, this is going to be enough. Because I am going to try to, when you end these, you don't want any sharp points, because if you put something in somebody's hair and it has something to catch on, you're going to rip a piece of hair out, or you're going to rip her whole hairstyle down, and you know. And normally, you know, if you make this for your wedding, the person who does your hair, if you're doing your own hair, you're going to be putting these in. And most people who do wedding hair, and I'm coming back up now, they know how to put stuff like this in, so. And I would love to have some super glue. I had super glue, like, recently. I use it to fix my fence. Don't ask. I don't know where it is now, but this is pretty malleable, so I'm just gonna kind of crush it in. Because I don't want anything sticking out. Okay, my finger's not catching on any. There's something right there. And then let's finish up with this one, which is pretty much done. And if you're making these for yourself, if you go somewhere to have an appointment, you know, with a hairstylist, with a hairdresser, whatever, bring these with you, because if you say, oh, I want these I want to use these for the wedding, they need access to whatever you want to make sure they can incorporate it into, you know, whatever your style is. So I have two of these. I'm going to leave it at 2 because I would rather make more pins than add more stuff. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want one pin that has a whole bunch of stuff on it. I'd rather have 2 pins that have a couple of things on them. And this is how it's going to look. Let's get this up some. It's going to be attached like this, and you can bend one this way, bend one that way, have them coming up like this. But we got to get it on there first. So I'm going to take another, you're going to use a lot of wire for this. So if you can find the copper wire that's silver plated, do that. If you want to do something really special, you can buy actual sterling wire. It's expensive. But I mean, if you go all out with this, say you went and you bought the Swarovskis, you got really nice pearls, you made something really big, that's something you might want to pass on to, you know, when your sister gets married, she can use it, or, you know, when your kid gets married. I love things like that where it's like, you know, oh, I wore this on my wedding day, because dresses go in and out of style. But stuff like this really doesn't. Alright, so this is the part where I'm like, how am I going to explain this and do it with my fingers in the way? We need to put these on here, and they need to be completely covered with nice smooth wire. So I probably should have left this one a little shorter, but whatever. I really wish that this was not here. And there's no way to take it off, so we're going to work around it. This needs to be on here, on one side. Or around one, you know, somewhere up in there. And then this one needs to be on the other prong. We want to do it with one continuous piece of wire. So I'm going to start up a little bit. And I'm just going to keep this piece up here. I'm going to hold it down. And I'm going to start wrapping this around this one little, what is this, prong? And then I'm going to put this on here. Oh my god, this is so much harder with this thing in the way. And I'm going to like lash this on here. Just getting it on there to start. Okay, and it's on there. Not on there very well, but it's on there. Now I'm going to come all the way onto the prong. How we have this. See how that's sticking out? These are going to go into the hair fine. That's going to stop right there. So we need to flatten this out as much as we can. Which may be asking a bit much. And I'm going to come around and just start wrapping back up. Keeping these kind of close together, but again, it's going to be in the hair, so I'm trying to get comfortable so I can do this a little bit better, but y'all know I ain't never comfortable. So come up. It'd be so much easier if you didn't have to go through these things. Like that, what I just did, don't do that. So I'm pulling pretty tautly on this until I get to this very top part. I don't want to pull so tight that I break this, because I want to be able to get up this side and then down that side with one piece of wire, because the less exposed edges, the better. One more time, pull in, go down through and up, and then because this little cup thing is here, I'm going to go around it and pull and pull. Then let me just jump over here and do a couple of little security wraps. Alright, so that's on there. And you're like, it's smashed, it looks terrible. It won't. Trust me, it'll look amazing. Well, I don't know about all of that, but it's gonna look okay. Alright, this one really is too long. So I'm just gonna cut the tip off. Okay, so now this, I'm gonna go on here. And it's coming from here. So let's go under and down. Move that back over, under, move it down. Oh my God. My fingers look like I just crawled out of my own casket. You think I could have picked a better day to do this? To finish this off, just going to go back to the beginning of this branch and twist it together so the end is hidden up here with the beads and not down there with the pin. Okay, and there you go. Just stick that in your hair. Okay, now. And this is not something you would use to secure anything. Like, you can't put this in your hair expecting that if it's rolled up and updo, it's gonna hold, because it's not. You would do, you or whoever's doing your hair, use regular bobby pins, use whatever kind of fasteners you're gonna use. This is just simply decorative. I mean, it can hold a little bit, but I would not try to, you know, get this to hold up a French twist if you're having a French twist for some reason. And I would even go as far as to pin this in. You know, like, put it in there and then slip a pin, regular bobby pin down here, just to further secure it. And we want to kind of, you know, when you're walking, it's not going to move. I mean, it's not going to be flopping back and forth, but it's going to move. It's going to catch the light. It's going to be pretty. And yeah, and my thing just fell off. So hot glue doesn't work. I'm going to put it back in there because I need to get pictures and I need to get a wig. Alright, so that's how you make that. I'm going to show you some pictures, and thank you guys for watching. This has been fun. I love doing stuff like this. I wish I could do more of it, but, you know, ye old hands. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.